So we said that, it doesn't matter. The man has on a dress. When he takes off the dress, he's still a man. This says nothing about the man putting on a dress. Agreed. But is there an age limit to this? Now, do we allow the 3-year-old little boy that wants to dress because his, 4-year-old sister has a dress? Do we allow him to wear a dress because he's just a boy? He has no idea. He's innocent. He wants to put on a dress because his sister has on a dress.
I think it goes to your personal prejudices. Like, would I allow my son? Probably not. But would I judge someone else who allowed their son? No. Like, if your son likes to wear that shit, cool. I'm not gonna let my son wear it. The same way, if you allow your son to freaking eat drink juice with high fructose corn syrup, I'm not gonna judge you if I don't do it.
Cool. That's their body. That's
no, it's
their
not.
Body.
But see, that's the bullshit. That's the bullshit that we do. We take people that are different and we treat them bad for so long that after a while we realize how bad we treat them, and then we let them do whatever they want because we treated them so bad. That's not cool. Now you take a minority of people like transgenders, cross-dressing, whatever they call it now, and now just because we were so shitty to them, now it's okay to do so many things. It's not. A child is still a child. A child is gonna what if you don't like your kids wearing shorts, or you don't like your kids wearing the color red? That's your kid. You put them in what you put them in. It's your kid. They wear what you tell them to wear. You know what I mean? Oh, but daddy, I don't like wearing barrettes in my head. I'm doing your hair. You're getting the barrettes. You know what I'm saying? So but we overanalyze it to make it seem like it's wrong with the gender stuff. But every other thing is cool because that's just the parent's preference. It's the same thing, in my opinion.
I believe that it's wrong. It's wrong to mandate your child to do anything that they may not feel comfortable doing. If they don't like barrettes, why don't we ask our children, why don't they like barrettes? Why are we putting barrettes in their hair? Because this is what I'm doing. What if they don't feel comfortable
taking baths? Or what if they don't feel comfortable wearing lotion? Or what if they don't feel comfortable wearing a seatbelt?
And you ask questions to understand their reasons as to why. Maybe they don't feel comfortable taking baths because something's burning. And then that's another question, well, what's burning? And then you're going to get to something else and something else. You're not just going to continually make them because you think they're taking a bath and they're not.
What I'm trying to get at is, we say, let the kids do what they want. And then we say, to a certain extent. All I'm saying is, some people draw that to a certain extent at different places. That's all I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, don't judge me because I draw it here and you draw it there. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Like, you draw the certain extent to, well, as long as they're not endangering themselves, as long as they're not hurting themselves, I'll draw it someplace different.
I'm not judging your line to my line to Kylie's line to anybody else's line. So we all draw our line where we draw it.
No, but that statement is.
But I said I think that where those lines are drawn, probably saying it wrong again, but where those lines are drawn then starts to create the same cycles that we may have been put. I'm now putting my opinion on what I want my kid to do, look, and feel and say. That's what our parents did to us, and that's what their parents did to them. And so it's a cycle. So I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with where the lines are. Everyone has their own lines. That's fine. I'm not here to erase them. But it does not break some cycles, because our lines could be very, very familiar to our parents, our grandparents, and other people's, and that none of that shit was right. But because they said it was right and they were older, we believed it was right. So
it's almost like you're saying they're creating a low-key trauma cycle, somewhat, where it could be mentally, and it could bring us confidence issue, self-esteem issue, all kinds of things.
Yes, I'm gonna say it real quick. Because it has to do with the whole sexuality thing and the oppression of the sexualities, it's okay to bend on that, where it's not in other places. For example, my mother raised me that we didn't listen to music on Sundays. What is the difference between me taking that old archaic rule and putting that into my kids and me telling my son that I don't want him to wear a dress? What's the difference between those two things? Both of those are old school rules that are just a preference of the parent. What's the difference? The difference is one has to do with sexual identity. And sexual identity has been repressed. And because it's been repressed, it's not okay to have that rule. That's not equality. That's pacification. That's, oh, I'm so sorry. Do you want me to buy you something? That's what that is. That's pacification. That is not equality. And that's what we do in this world. We will take someone who is treated poorly and then treat them overly nice later. That's not equality.